Got shit to do.
Well, hello there. Good evening. Good evening. It's a beautiful night tonight, Friday, May 26th, here at Real Talk Real Estate. That's right.
You didn't have the claps.
Oh.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank God he didn't have the claps.
Yes.
Our studio audience was... They were
a little delayed.
They were a little delayed.
Yeah.
They were a little delayed.
That's right.
They're already camping.
Mhm.
They're out.
That's right.
They're on the mountain.
They're part of
Yep.
traffic. You know, it was
Yeah.
interesting when the news was talking about traffic this weekend, you know, which is horrible, I'm sure. And what little bit of driving I have done, it's been terrible.
Travel was terrible today.
Yeah, but
Bad.
they said you really can't be mad at traffic because you are traffic. So
You're in it.
I like that. That just kind of put perspective in it for me. I was like, you know,
Can't be mad at when you're in it. Like you're the traffic.
yeah, like if you're mad at the traffic, you are
Yeah.
part of the traffic, like collectively,
Interesting.
like you are. So I just thought that was a really interesting way. Like, don't be mad at it. You are just one of those people, just like everybody else, trying to
I
get
don't
to
know.
their destination.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like you can still be mad about it. You can still be like, for the love of God, get out of the left lane. That's,
Well, I
see,
mean,
like that's,
you know, to each
like,
their own.
Yeah. It wasn't too crazy out there today.
And on that note, we've got Mr. Brian Paolillo here.
Yes.
yeah.
Welcome. Are you
Am I gonna get this right? What?
Boom.
Oh!
Yes.
First
Look at
time.
that.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah, it
check
was
it
a good
out.
one.
Look,
Good.
did you
Look
notice
good.
it's fancy
It's
and
a
new?
new fancy,
Fancy.
rider at the bottom
It's
there.
new
How'd
and
you do that?
fancy. Well, you know, because I'm cool.
You're cool like that?
Yeah.
All right, yes.
You're
and
cool
I
like
am
that?
Chris Krecklow.
Chris
Oh.
Krecklow, what up?
Nice.
Now here's where I'm not as cool.
Okay. What do you mean? It's gonna come on my side. Oh, your side.
Wah,
The
wah,
other.
oh.
Shannon Krecklow. It should be on the right, not the left. Fail.
So close. It's all right.
Hashtag fail.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Come
Oh
on.
my gosh. That's
Like,
not
I
bad.
have one job to do.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Seriously.
I have many jobs to do.
Seriously.
But if
Aw.
you ask me and put me on the spot, I may say that I only.
Did that happen to you this week?
Oh God. In a serious way. In a serious way. Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow,
Are we gonna talk about that?
moving on. No, I don't
No.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
That's not appropriate?
part of that. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's
Okay.
not. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Well, welcome to the show, Real Talk
happy
Real Estate.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day weekend
Oh, yeah.
edition.
We remember those who served for our country and
those we've lost.
yeah, all
Definitely.
those that we've
Yeah.
lost. It's the unofficial kickoff to summer for a lot of people. Lots of people are traveling.
Did you know you can wear white officially after Memorial Day?
Thank goodness!
You
Wow.
can- and I've already
I
been
was-
wearing. I've already been wearing the white because I'm trying to just exert my fashion faux pas.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh.
I bought a pair of white jeans and I wore them 3 weeks ago
Oh.
because I can.
That's bold.
Bold.
I don't think I have ever owned a pair of white pants.
So
but,
bold, Odie.
Yeah, well, it'll
Go-
be-
dang it. Now I know I can bust them out.
You
Yeah,
can
go-
bust them out,
Go
dude.
get a pair.
Yes.
Go get a pair
Get a
of white
pair.
pants. You
Yeah.
can wear them.
Like some
Mm.
sailor pants or something.
I bet they'd be looking good on a boat. Like if you wore some white
Oh.
pants on a boat
Without a doubt.
when you're
Yeah,
fishing.
how are they not?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I
I'm
bought
thinking that,
bought them
man.
for I bought them for T Swift, but you know, tomato.
Oh.
Yeah. Boom. Welcome.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What have we been doing? We've been crushing
man.
game out there.
So much
Yeah.
going
So
on.
much stuff.
So much
Yeah.
stuff
So much
going
stuff.
on. I can't even tell. Like it's been a whirlwind of things
A whirlwind
in
of
the
things.
happenings.
It's almost summer. It's almost June. I'm sad. Kids got out of school. We got Avery into the 5th grade here. We got Araya starting kindergarten. We had graduations a couple weeks ago for our friends. It's been nonstop.
Yeah. We had none of that. You know, we had kids already out. They're like, whoosh, long
You
gone.
didn't have any graduations to go to or any of that fun stuff?
We'll
Nope.
see.
No.
I'll
No.
show you what we had going on here. Let me
Yep.
get this.
That's
color.
one
Oh,
of
yeah.
them. Yep. We had a
That's-
total
We had all of these girls and my other daughter Araya.
Are we missing one there? Nope, that's all of them.
That's
1, 2,
all of
3,
them minus
4, 5,
Araya.
6, 7. I thought there was 8. Was I missing a child? Like I was like there was 8 girls, and it
No,
felt
there
maybe
was,
it
there
felt
was 7.
it felt
It was
like
5 plus
Yeah.
ours.
It felt like
Maybe the
10.
one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
lost one.
Once you get up
apparently.
into those digits, it's hard to,
Yeah. You're just
really,
corralling.
Yep.
Yeah, so we had a sleepover with Avery and her friends
Yep,
on
and
the
it
last day of
looked-
school. It looked like strawberry shakes. It looked like pizza.
Oh, yeah.
It was crumble cookies.
Nice.
That was from last night. Those cookies, but we're just on a monkey train.
We're just doing it.
Yep. And
Those
then
weren't crumble.
and then there was a destruction, a seek and destroy. That was like the room, like every bedroom in the house or living room in the house was just destroyed within 10 minutes of these girls coming through. There was dried flowers everywhere. There was clothes, shoes. There might as well have been children hanging from the ceiling. I mean, it was wild. And I waited on them hand and foot for a good 10 hours. So I was pretty beat on Wednesday.
We did that. I gotta say it was super hard having that many kids over.
All at the same time. They were fighting. Oh
We
my
also,
gosh.
on that note, Araya
Graduated. Yep, she graduated from her little kinder or her
graduating
preschool class, so
from
that was fun.
preschool. So this is us enjoying the day. I got the John Deere stuck.
Oh, yeah.
You did?
No, not really. It doesn't
Yeah,
move.
you can't.
It's for the
You
kids.
can't.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get a John Deere stuck no matter what. Come on.
Yeah.
It's John Deere.
John Deere, dear John.
And then you guys got some happy clients here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You gotta tell 'em.
Catherine and
Tucker.
Tucker. Yes.
Yeah.
They look at that. Those faces are just happy.
Genuine smiles.
Totally genuine.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got in
Without
their
a
new
doubt.
house.
Look at the house too. It's a very
It's
nice
beautiful.
house.
Tell us about the house, Brian. Where is this bad boy?
I mean, it's right next to Thornton Golf Course. It's amazing views, beautiful area. The funny part, so they were actually working with somebody else, and they decided to end that relationship, which had nothing to do with me, FYI. And they were gonna end up paying $500 a month in HOA costs.
What?
And we just sat down and we were talking about like what do you guys want? And they were gonna look at this. They look at these like condos that were ridiculous. We got them into that house with an amazing front yard, backyard. It's like professionally done, beautiful plants. The inside is beautiful hardwoods, well kept, everything brand new roof. Everything just like perfect in this house. 2-car garage, things they weren't getting with this other agent. And they were asking like, what should we offer on this house when they were with the other agent, and their agent was like, that's up to you, and you just tell me the number and I'll send it over. And they're like, well, what would you? And he's like, I can't say that. It does matter who you work with. Like, I'm gonna say that every single time we're on this show. It does matter who you work with, right? We should give you comparables. We should tell you what you're spending. When we actually sat down and broke down what they could afford if we took out that $500 a month HOA, they were able to afford more house, 2-car garage, master on the main floor, beautiful updates, everything. And it's those things that just sometimes it's frustrating that our industry doesn't do what it's supposed to do. But that's our job. We're guides. They'd never bought a house. They had no idea. And we took great care of them. So it was awesome.
That's what's up, man. Yay.
Yeah.
That's a feel-good story.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had lunch with them today. It was great. So we had a great time.
Tell us about this one here. Is this these guys are the folks that bought this house? Is that correct?
No, they sold that house.
They sold that house. Well,
yeah,
congratulations.
So Andrew and Wendy are moving. They're moving to Arkansas. Another great piece. Aurora police officers. They're moving, following their dreams and going to Arkansas.
Nice.
And we got this house sold within 48 hours. Had multiple offers. Went $32,000 over list price.
Dang.
With appraisal gap, with everything else. So just those kind of things are just we had this house staged. They had issues with it. Right before we put it on the market, we got all those things fixed. We helped guide them through that. I mean, that's our job. Again, that's our job. They're thrilled to death, and they're on their way to Arkansas. So
nice, man.
Arkansas.
That's just how you remember how to spell it. It has nothing to do with Kansas.
Yeah. But
Well, they were so complimentary
more
too
fun.
on our group text message thread on how we had great communication. Always there to explain something. I mean, there was a couple of text messages where they were just like so grateful. And that's what it's all about, making sure that the client's taken care of and happy, and we're doing our job from beginning to end, all the way around. So
Yeah, they're a funny story because her brother is the one that referred. He was trying to find a house here, and he couldn't find something that he liked. They have like I think they have 5 or 10 acres back in Arkansas, and then he talked to his mom into selling her house to move back to there, and then now they've talked to them into moving back there. So like he has been like, I'm like, now if you just move back to Colorado, you'll have them all tricked.
aw.
So, but yeah, he was. Give a big shout out to Eric. He was fantastic. Just we wish we could have found him a house here, but there was just nothing he wanted in his price point at that. What he can
Yeah.
get in Arkansas, it's not comparable.
Yeah.
So
Cost of living, it's getting more and more every day. It's crazy.
yeah,
Well-
we'll talk
Yep.
about that a little bit later.
And then also, we wanted to talk about our girl
Yes,
Olivia.
Olivia.
Oh,
You may
yeah.
have seen this Frank Azar
Billboard contest.
billboard contest.
I texted my sister-in-law. I texted Olivia's mom, Melissa, about it a few weeks ago, beginning of May, because I saw it in the news. And I know all these kids are like super, super talented, especially when it comes to their art. And Olivia, we took her to Anastasia a few weeks ago, maybe end of April. I don't remember when we went to that. And that's when we were talking about it. And she was like, I don't know who Frank Azar is. And we were like, the strong arm. If you're injured in Colorado, everybody knows, call the strong arm. So she ended up
She won.
submitting this
Yeah.
this billboard contest, and she won.
Yeah.
They chose a total of 5 students from ages 0 to 18 and throughout the state of Colorado. I think Fort Collins, Pueblo, 2 in Colorado Springs, and then 1 in the Denver area. And little Olivia just won $2,000 to go towards her education, and then $1,000 to go to her current elementary school, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Super proud to have been a part of that and kind of helped her mom nudged her
yeah.
into it.
Super cool.
And then Wednesday morning when the girls were sleeping over, she was texting me and saying, I just got an email from Frank Azar's office asking me for my phone number. And I was like, what are you going to do with the money when you win? Because you just totally won. They don't just email everybody and ask
Well,
for.
she's going to use it for her daughter's education.
Yeah,
of
I was
course.
just trying to what are you going to do with the money?
I don't know
Whatever.
what that
Just
means.
kind of,
She's-
revving her up about it. And it was so fun to see all the kids' faces light up when they found out that their little buddy won the billboard contest.
Pretty awesome.
So coming soon to a billboard near you, if you see that one that says Olivia, that's our girl here.
Yep.
And Frank apparently thought that was the best one. Loved his picture on it.
The picture, the likeness is
It's similar.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, she really nailed it. I'm not gonna lie.
The strong
and
arm.
she is a great artist. We all know she's a great artist, but I think that the likeness of Frank Azar in that is pretty
I
incredible.
love how he's lifting the client up. Like, I'm the strong arm. I'm gonna hold
Yeah.
you through this.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna get you some money.
it's super cool. We're proud of
And
her. I mean, it's a nice cause. It's really nice
Yeah.
that he does that for education and for our kids and
Yeah.
to get them engaged. I mean, pretty awesome.
That's
So
great.
and just for the record, he does not sponsor Real Talk Real Estate, but
But
that's
if he
correct.
wants to,
he could.
That's correct.
He,
he
could.
might
Like,
sponsor.
I'm just throwing that out in the world.
Is he an
like,
official
Yeah.
sponsor of the Denver Broncos these days, or is that McDivitt? I think it's
Um,
back to
I don't-
McDivitt.
We
I
don't,
know.
Colorado Native
Yeah.
Realty doesn't get into the who
Oh,
sponsors the.
I watch it.
certain
I think it's Mike
We can-
McDivitt.
But we can
You're-
talk about the Broncos here. We could do that.
Yeah.
We can, but first tell us about this.
But first, what are you
Oh
doing?
yeah.
What are you and Haley
so,
doing?
We went bow fishing. So Haley, my buddy Grant that I snowboard with, and myself, we went bow fishing up on Bar Lake.
Bow fishing. Wow, look at
bow
that.
fishing. So
Look at
bow
that
and arrow.
fish.
So
Let's
a
see the
carp.
blood.
Oh my God, there's blood coming out of the fish.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you have to hit it with a bow and arrow, and it goes through it. Yeah.
So you killed the
So-
fish. You didn't it wasn't a
Yes.
catch
You
and
have to-
release.
No, this
You don't
is
want
a
that fish. It's
so
a
this is
pet-
what
Yeah.
this is a fish that's super predatorial. It goes after all the fish. It'll overtake lakes and streams. So every year, you go out there from May to June, and you're able to help take these fish out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll destroy all the waterways around it. So you see how
Wow.
big these fish are.
Yeah.
They'll eat all the fish. They'll eat all the all the vegetation and everything.
For
So,
this next photo, it didn't work earlier, so you may just hear this coming through my microphone, which is going to be way less impactful, but I wanted this to play.
Look at how cool that is.
oh yeah, that's all of us,
Oh my
getting
God.
ready.
You are so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
That's
what a
it was-
cool
Yeah.
shot that is.
yeah, it was a good time. I mean, the end of this day, Haley, Haley got home from work. Haley works at a bar. Got home at 5:15. We left at 5:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
No sleep. Falls out of the boat. Loses his phone. So just freaks out.
Fell out of the boat?
Fell out of the boat. Well, there's like a little ripple that came through, and Haley was standing on the side of the boat, and you could see kind of the rails up on the front. Didn't
Oh my
didn't make it.
The phone fell out, or
don't
Haley
mean to
fell
laugh.
out?
Haley fell out, and the phone was in his pocket, and it like fell into the water. So
So did you have to get a new phone?
I didn't have to get a new phone, but yes, you are right. Haley did.
Yeah, it
Oh
didn't
my-
make it. That iPhone didn't make it.
No, it didn't. We couldn't find it. You're in the middle of the lake. You're like,
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Do you
got-
have insurance on it? Where they just?
yeah, Haley does.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
And did you
All the
see
phones.
this? Did you actually see this picture,
This is
Brian?
legitimate. Yeah, we saw this. So,
So
we were leaving Sportsbook in Highlands Ranch, and someone took their John Elway jersey and was throwing it away. So
Isn't that rude?
everybody's like, "What?"
Yeah, if
Everybody's
I
like,
didn't
"So
think
dig
it had
out."
like, something like whatever on it, I would.
Why would you throw like a nostalgic?
I've actually,
classic?
as sad as it is, I've seen that before.
Why?
Well, everyone asked me like, "Why didn't I dig it out?" And I'm like, "Okay, two things. It's a Bronco jersey,
Yeah.
and two, it's John Elway. He was drafted by the Colts, and he said,
no, I
"I'll go
got you.
play baseball before I
Yeah.
play for the Colts."
wow.
So yeah, it can stay in the trash. Like, I'm not trying to be bitter, but I am.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Are you doing it? You're gonna go there? Oh my gosh! Watch out, HR.
Uh-oh.
HR,
Uh-oh.
Anna, you better tune in or tune it up. So I went to the
Uh-oh.
spot. I went to the
No,
fact.
we're just
You're
gonna
gonna
leave it at that.
You're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah,
You're not
yeah.
even gonna
That's
tell
it.
me.
That's all you get.
We're not gonna even
If
say
somebody,
what it is.
if somebody wants to know, they can call
read
Shannon.
between the
Call-
lines.
Read
yeah, call
between the
Shannon.
lines.
Yeah.
It may or may not be
Yeah.
a steamer.
Yeah.
Oh.
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 Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
You're
there you
just
go.
Now
not.
I
you
can't
don't
do
pierce
it.
the mystery.
I
You can't.
can't.
Yeah,
I know.
you
No
pierced the
suspense.
veil of
Yeah,
we
I
don't
know.
want to know.
Yeah.
Well, you put it on there. We talked about deleting it, and we were like,
Yeah.
"What would Anna do? What
Yeah.
would Anna do?"
What-
Anna
what
would
would
say
Anna do?
no. She'd say, "No,
Yeah.
you can't do that."
She probably
And then we-
even
and then
if
we'd-
we were gonna hire her, she probably wouldn't.
She
take us
probably
on.
wouldn't. She couldn't take
She'd
us
be
on.
like-
She knows better.
Well, and
No,
it might be
God.
some kind of conflict of interest too.
A conflict,
Hasn't-
like non-disclosure agreement. What's the conflict
Oh,
of
yeah,
interest?
The NDA, because
Did she sign something?
She might have to.
yeah, because we're
Yeah.
celebrities.
She
Does-
put up with
we're
this
on
for a
this
long
show.
time, so
Yeah,
like
we're on this
you
show.
never-
obviously.
you never know. She might
Yeah.
have to like sign something to be like, Ooh, I already
Anna,
know what I'm
just
getting
we're
into.
sorry in advance. Your crushing game out there.
You go,
we,
girl.
We really want to hire
Stick
you.
it to the man.
We want to hire you, but you can't handle the truth. So
Yeah,
she can't
that's not
handle
good.
us. She can't handle us.
No,
There is no
we
handling.
tormented her
I think
for-
that we've actually discussed
years.
that
I can't be handled.
you can't handle it.
Yeah,
I can't be handled.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really the
She used to keep
ultimately.
me in line. So just for the record, she
Yeah.
used to keep me in line. So
Yeah.
Anna
just-
did.
yeah,
Yeah, there is no keeping anybody in line anymore. Chris barely can keep any like.
yeah.
Realistic.
He's our HR, and it's not
It
so
gets
good.
it gets out of line.
I'm HR, IT, a couple other acronyms.
Couple other, yeah.
MF.
So
MFR.
and that's probably right before the the morning starts, right? Like that's 10 a.m., 9 a.m.
I kind of like that title. Can I be
MFR?
can I be the head
MFR?
MFR?
Yeah,
What did I say that I was going to change my email signature to this week? Captain of the F.
F
find
around
out-
and find out.
Yep.
F around
yeah,
and find out.
Oh,
yeah, F
God.
around and find out ship. I was just going to put
Yeah.
it on my email, see who noticed it.
That's not as bad as the one that you've been frequenting so hard.
What
which
is my other one?
Sounds like a you problem.
This is not a me problem. This is a you problem.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that one. That is good.
It's my favorite one because it's not a me
Yeah.
problem. This is
let's
you.
talk about this is not a me problem but a you problem.
I know.
Yeah, let's talk
Did
about
everybody
that.
we hit on it on our last show of the of everyone got their tax bill in the mail, and then you see on the news everyone's
Well,
like all
yeah.
this craziness of what to do in your tax bill, and we want to kind of clean up some of that mess that is out there.
Let's clean it up. What do we
Yeah.
do? What?
How though?
How do you clean that mess
it's
up?
like cleaning the. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like a problem that I don't know how you're gonna.
Yeah.
How will you clean that up?
I know how to
So
clean it up.
I had lunch with my parents yesterday, and I was telling Shannon this story, and they said, well, we were watching the news, and they said, you should contest it, and you should look at like recent sales around your house, and then figure out if your house is overpriced or underpriced. If
Can
it's
you do like a wrong button thing on there? Is there
yeah,
like
give it
a? Do you have a wrong? Yep, that's wrong.
that
That was
is
wrong.
that
That
is
was terrible advice. What news station was
totally.
that?
I don't know. It was in Denver, so
News
I
5.
I was listening to him, and I let him go through the whole story, and I said, I go, well, what did you use for like a recent, like, what did you use for like recent sales? Like, oh, the one next door to us sold, a couple months ago. That's the one we used, and it sold for more than ours. And so we
Oh
just
my
told them,
gosh.
they sent in their card with the address, of the other house and how much it sold for and how much their house should be worth. And every part of that is wrong, right? So I can't fix it for them, but we can fix it for everybody else. So I don't know how many people saw this show and saw this newscast either. That we're looking for specific dates, right? So when we go back, it's June 30th of 2020, and then it goes all the way through July. Is it July 1st of 2022?
Yep, it's
Yep.
2 years
So
between June and
yep.
2020 June and 2022 June.
Yep.
The best comps that you could find was like in 2021. That's
Yep.
what the
That was
assessors
the
are going to look
peak.
for. Yep.
Yep. And that piece, if you go back to that time, right? Interest rates were lower. The market was, everyone was, throwing a lot of cash towards stuff. But that's the window, right? So whatever sold recently doesn't count. If you went back even 6 months, doesn't count. You'd have to go back a year or two, and they're not getting that data. Like, so the news shows, shame on you, just putting stuff out there. Could be also that my parents misunderstood what they said. We won't even get into that. But as you're going through, like, we can give you those numbers, right? So we can give you some comparable properties. So we've all taken classes now on a lot of this stuff, and the number one piece that they want you to know is, if you had an appraisal or refinance during that time, a lot of people refinanced their houses in that time.
Yep.
You had an appraisal.
Use those
Utilize
comps.
that. Use that. That is the best comp you can find if it was in that window. And that's number one. If number two, we need to have 5 to 6 comparable properties that are apples to apples. Not, if you're a ranch and it's a 2-story, it doesn't count. If your house next door sold and it's 1,000 square feet more, doesn't count, right? So it's a lot of that stuff. We can help you with that. We can help with the market analysis. And then the other big pieces in there are, knowing, like what your property says, like in the county records. Like sometimes the county has you as not having a finished basement. My house in particular has my house with 1 extra bathroom. Well, we're clearing that up this time around because the county was arguing with me about it, that they didn't necessarily care. So we're going to clear that up. But this is the time to look at those assessments. I had lunch with another client, and their assessment was below what they bought their house with in the middle of this.
Yep.
And I'm like, don't say a word.
Leave it alone.
You just, like, why you're like $200,000 under what you bought it at. You had it appraised in the last year, and it's $500,000 more than that because of all the improvements you've done on it. Don't say a word. Just leave it alone. Right? So
what do you think is going to happen with all these people submitting appeals? Because I know personally, I've sent out to at least 10 different clients or more comps to help them, links to the county assessor site, how to appeal, certain things to be able to help. I didn't run a full CMA. I just sent comps. I went through, said this is what you're going to need and how to submit it. Once the assessor's office gets all of that, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to cut the tax rate for everybody that appealed 20%? Are they going to go through and appraise the property? What's the next steps for the assessor's office for that county?
So one of the big things, just remember the assessment is done as a giant pool, right? So they just run your type of house in your neighborhood through through the filtration system, and it basically breaks it down, and it says this is what we think your price is worth, right? This is what the value is. From that point, once you send in you send in the card, you go online and you put in the information. It requires at that point someone to have to put eyes on it. In Douglas County alone, so this is I did a class on this in Douglas County. On a typical year, they have about 6,000 or 7,000. It sounds like this year they would have had 40,000 people contest prices.
Wow.
So, and it's the 26th. You have until June 8th in Douglas County. So that varies with each county. So, but it requires the county to put eyes on it and actually look at the comparables and look at what is in there. Even if you send nothing in and you just send it in as a contest, you're contesting it. It requires their people to put eyes on it, and so make them do the work.
Yeah, interesting.
So
if anybody has heard back, I'd be curious to what the next steps is from the county. So people that have appealed, what they're saying to you.
Yep.
And I want to know what happens when it's all said and done after that date. So
interesting stuff.
If you get to that next point, typically they'll make they'll adjust it one or both years coming up. But if they come back and they don't like it, there's another level of contesting.
Appeal.
So
wow.
you can appeal it to another level, and then you actually go in front of a 3-panel group. And you show them what you have, and you go from there. And
God, I'd love to sit in that room. That'd be fun for the day.
Oh, without
yes,
a doubt.
entertainment. Give me some popcorn.
Yeah,
and a good old fashioned Coca-Cola and some M&Ms.
Well, the problem is the counties need the money to they're looking at what they need to spend, right? So they're looking at what they need as a budget. And
something wrong with him.
There really is. After he said he's taking that out, and he had a whole appeal about HR. He's just call Shannon. Call Shannon.
What were you saying,
Call
Brian?
Shannon.
Go, yeah. If you want to know what that is, just call me. I'll tell you.
Yeah, call Shannon. She'll tell you the lowdown on it. I mean, I think you can probably figure it out.
No, we'll talk about it on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, Shannon will take you there, and
I'll take you there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but if people have questions about the market analysis, call us. Like, we can help you with that.
We can help.
We're happy to give you some direction that actually.
We won't be using comps from 6 months ago unless you want to list your house. How about that? If you want to sell your house, then
they're not the same. Yeah,
we're going to use the most recent comps. If you need to appeal your property tax valuation, we're going to use comps from a very specific time frame.
Yes.
And then you have to go through the proper channels to be able to do the appeal. So, boom, preach.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yes.
All fun stuff.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Well,
all right. You guys doing anything fun for Memorial Day?
We're going to Vail.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We're going to
go. You guys
are
balling.
Yeah, we're going to go hang out in the mountain. It's mud season up there right now, so we'll see. My rock
it's
shop.
Kind of the end of mud season.
My
though.
rock shop better be open, and the pool better be open. And,
it's open.
And I just want some good food. Yeah, I want some good food.
It's gonna be a great weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm not excited for the drive and all the crazies on the road.
Hey, but we're not gonna be upset about traffic because we will be traffic.
Yeah.
So
unless they're in the left lane and they're taking their sweet time.
Oh.
Then
well, I won't have to deal with that because I'm going the back way.
Yeah, he thinks we're gonna go the back way.
No, I don't think that's.
I like I-25.
It's already
written in stone.
Is it
done?
What if I drive?
Then that would be a travesty.
Okay. Well, have a good weekend. Don't drive on the freeway. Unless you're in traffic. What else is
Yes.
some good feedback? You can wear white. You can now wear white
Oh,
after Monday.
I'm wearing
You're
my
welcome.
white bell bottoms. White
Do
bell
it.
bottoms.
Oh my gosh. All right. Have a good one. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.